Yo, what's good, basketball heads? It's your boy Crush. So apparently the Phoenix Suns is trying to sign Terrence Ross to add to the roster, to flesh out the team because they lost a lot of depth. So they're trying to acquire Terrence Ross. They also had interest in Kyrie Irving, but the Mavs swooped in and stole Kyrie Irving from the Phoenix Suns. So I'm guessing they're hoping they could get him in the summer in free agency. And they're also interested in Fred VanVleet from the Raptors, so they're trying to get him also. So we'll see how this pan out. So basically the Suns are trying to get younger. Chris Paul is 37. He's getting older, and they're trying to build for the future. So they're trying to get some young guards in there to get younger. So I don't know if they're going to let Chris Paul go, which is more than likely. But we'll see how this pans out. But yeah, so before the Kevin Durant trade, Phoenix was trying to get Kyrie Irving, but Dallas came in and stole Kyrie Irving. And they also have interest in Fred VanVleet. So Phoenix is going all out, man. Like, this is becoming like ridiculous. They're trying to create a super team, basically. This team is stacked, man. So in a nutshell, they're trying to recreate the Nets in Phoenix, basically. If they get Kyrie Irving to go with Kevin Durant, it's more like an upgraded Nets team in Phoenix. That's crazy, man. So this year playoff is going to be crazy. As far as Phoenix Suns versus the Mavericks, like that matchup is going to be insane. The Mavericks destroyed the Phoenix Suns last season in Game 7. So I'm sure they want to get their revenge. And on top of that, Kevin Durant is on one side. Kyrie Irving is on one side. So this is going to be exciting. Terrence Ross had a verbal agreement with the Mavs. Then he reneged on that agreement, basically, because he's going to sign with Phoenix. So even though he had a verbal agreement with the Mavericks, he's signing with Phoenix. The Orlando Magic bought him out. So they're going to bring Terrence Ross in. They're trying to get Fred VanVleet or Kyrie Irving this summer in free agency. They might have plans of moving off Chris Paul to get younger. They're trying to get a younger point guard for the future because Chris Paul is 37 and he's only going to slow down, basically. He's getting older. He's almost 40. So they're trying to get younger. So I'm guessing they're either going to get off Chris Paul, maybe move Chris Paul. I mean, it's yet to be seen. We'll see what happened with that. But you got Kevin Durant in Phoenix. Now, if they do end up getting Kyrie Irving in the summer in free agency, and you have Devin Booker, DeAndre Ayton, that is an insane team. And if Chris Paul is still there, if they don't make a move or some kind of trade or deal, whatever the case, that is a crazy roster. Like, that's a super team. If you put Kevin Durant with Kyrie Irving, Devin Booker, Chris Paul, DeAndre Ayton, like, that's an insane team, man. That is super stacked. I would love to see Melo on this team coming off the bench, but, it doesn't look like they're going to acquire Melo, which sucks because I would love to see Melo on this team off the bench. Playing a bench role, being a sniper off the bench, basically. Instant offense off the bench. But that doesn't look like it's going to materialize, which is kind of sad, man. But the Phoenix Suns are trying to stack the deck so high to the point they can't lose. Basically what Golden State did. So once again, history is repeating itself. Phoenix is trying to stack the deck so high that they'll be in contention for many years, for multiple years to come. If they get Kyrie Irving or Fred VanVleet, yes, he's not Kyrie Irving, but regardless, he's a very good point guard. So if they get Fred VanVleet to go with Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, DeAndre Ayton, that's a young team. And if they still maintain Chris Paul, he's still there. Man, this team is going to be competing for years to come. Like, you don't understand. Like, with this kind of squad, I expect Kevin Durant to win multiple rings. If he's there for 3-4 years, at least 2 rings minimum. That's how I see it. If Kevin Durant is in a Phoenix Suns uniform for the next 3 to 4 years, I expect him to win at least 2 rings. Anything less than 2 rings is a failure. If Kevin Durant could win 2 rings in Phoenix, I look at it as a success because, he's 34, he's getting older. Kevin Durant has to win in Phoenix. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. He went to Brooklyn for 4 seasons with Kyrie. That was a failure. If he goes to Phoenix and wins nothing, this will be the biggest blemish on his legacy. He has to win. Chris Paul have to win also. If Chris Paul can't get it done with Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, DeAndre Ayton, the stacked team they has, this is the biggest hit on his legacy. We know he's great, but the only thing missing is a championship. And with a team like this, a stacked team, they're stacked to the deck. This team is very stacked. And they're even getting more stacker because they're bringing in Terrence Ross. This offseason in the summer, they're trying to bring in VanVleet or Kyrie in free agency. So this team is going all out. I'm talking about Golden State Warriors, KD, Steph, Draymond, Clay stack, that type of situation. But even worse, this team is going to be even better than the Golden State Warriors as far as, well, I won't say better, but talent-wise, yes, this team will be better talent-wise. So if Kevin Durant and Chris Paul can't get it done with this super team, there's nothing to be said. Their legacy is going to take a huge hit. Chris Paul's legacy is going to take a huge hit. Kevin Durant's legacy is going to take a huge hit. Another situation is, I feel like this is all premeditated. Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving was like, you know what? Okay, I'm going to ask for a trade, and wherever they send me in free agency, I'll meet up with you. I feel like I wouldn't be surprised if Kyrie Irving end up in Phoenix with Kevin Durant, because I feel like this is all premeditated and this is part of the plan. You go wherever you go to Phoenix or wherever you go. I'm going to go over here, play this season out, and in free agency, we're going to meet up. So if Kyrie Irving end up in Phoenix with Kevin Durant, don't be surprised. This could have been the plan the entire time. We're going to meet up in Phoenix, basically, or we're going to meet up wherever you go, we're going to meet up. So I would not be surprised if Kyrie Irving end up once again back with Kevin Durant and Devin Booker, DeAndre Ayton on an unreal super team. If that happened, this team should win every year. I don't care. There's no excuses. If you put Kyrie Irving with Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, DeAndre Ayton, that's a super, super, super team, which means they have no rival talent-wise. So that team should win almost every year, but that's just hypothetically speaking, but I would not be surprised, man. They're about to bring in Terrence Ross once he gets a buyout from the Orlando Magics. They're trying to add depth back to the team because they lost a few players in the Kevin Durant trade. The crazy part about this entire situation is I thought the age of the super team was coming to an end. I was like, okay, the entire super team era, that's over. And I guess it's here to stay. I really thought the age of the super team that LeBron started in Miami, then Kevin Durant built upon in Golden State, was going to come to an end. But I guess super team is here to stay. Teams are going to keep stacking the deck. Of course, teams want to get better. That's common sense. But players are going to keep teaming up. Multiple all-stars and stars on one team. And that's just the future of basketball. So I guess we just got to get used to it. And the Suns are trying to outdo what the Golden State Warriors did. They're trying to two up the Golden State Warriors. That's crazy, man. So we're going to see what happened in the summer and free agency this off season. But I expect a lot of big moves to be made by the Suns and maybe other teams. Possibly other teams are going to make some moves. But the Suns are trying to stack the deck so high that no one else could compete. That's crazy. But yeah, man, as always, I'll holla. As always, we just talking basketball. Hit the subscribe button, like, comment, share, holla at your boy.
It's all about the game and how you play it. It's all about the game. I'ma say it. It's all about the game.